Hi everyone, welcome on board. My name is Slam and today I will be taking a look at the brand new Lodz Junction DLC alongside the new NUVAC Impuls 2 regional electric multiple unit equipped with ETCS. I will show you how to start the training question, and I will also operate it under both SHP and ETCS regimes in one of the regional scenarios. Let's take a look at it. I will wait for the game to load. This is the Chede class 163, the Pershing. And you should see the new Impulse shortly. I will start it in the shutdown mode with 5 minutes left.
Welcome to the regional scenario for the Piotrków-Trybunalski-Zgierz road. Prepare for the journey and report to the dispatcher that you are ready to proceed by pressing Z on the radio.
So this is roughly how it looks from the outside. The new Impulse 2 has 3 segments, and for the bogies, one in front, 2 Jacobs bogies, interconnecting each of the carriages, and one in the back. The door layout is 2 doors on each end of the train per side, and then 1 door per side in the middle section. Each door has 2 plugs. So let's go back in the train and start it up. First, we have to go to the electrical panel right here. We have to first enable the batteries by pulling the knob to the left and then returning it back. We will select the rear pantograph by switching the pantograph knob to the position number 2. Return back to our seat. We will now activate the cab using the knob to the right of the brake lever and direction selection. Pull it to the right. We will now reset the CHUVAC and SHP. We will input the train data and then we will raise the pantograph and prepare everything else. Driver ID, put anything that you want. Level we will start in SHP. Input train data. Here you do it manually, unlike in the ED250. So our length is 59 meters. Brake percentage 167. Maximum speed as per our Vmax is 160. Confirm train and data entry. Validate. Train running number is 11234 for this particular scenario. We're ready, we will press the start, acknowledge ETCS and then continue with the rest of the startup. Raise the pantograph. Close the main breaker. Red indications of the electricals should turn white. We can now hear the fans. We will charge the main pipe, which is currently at 0 bar, as indicated in both the HUD and the red needles of the pressure manifold. Hold until about 4.2, 4.3 bar, then you should continue climbing up to 5 bar. Should you want to overcharge it a little bit, you can do so, and it will keep going up until you approach 5.8 bar. Then it will normalize back to 5 bar again. We'll turn on the radio and call the dispatcher using the Z3 button.
Piotrków, this is train 11234, good morning. Train is ready on track 29, ready for shunt movement into the platform.
112.34, Piotrków understood. Please await the shunt signal towards platforms.
Roger.
We now got our shunting authorization, which means we need to use the light knob, which is next to the pantograph and main breaker switches, to the TB1A position for shunting, start of the train. Which means right light at the front and the rear with respect to the direction of travel. We will now press the direction selector to forward, release the spring brake, I will also try the brake, so brake test it is. And then release back. Brake appears to be okay, we can move. Using the master controller, maintaining 25 and hit 20 at the temporary speed restriction. None plus and minus, I should say. The new Impuls is fairly powerful, so for low speed movements I advise keeping less than 30% net throttle. Resetting the truck in the process. And approach the platform as such. Listening чувак. We're already fully in the platform, but I will keep going forward until we are close to the signal. Passing the switch in the process. Yeah, this seems good. To open the doors, we can use the buttons below the ETCS DMI display. Or using the P button to open the doors to the right, I key to open them to the left, and the O key to close them. We've got plenty of time, 3 minutes until departure, so let's do the interior while we are at it. Here, right behind the cabin, we have the airline style seating. What appears to be accessible facilities, or at least attempts thereof, as this is an entry dedicated for wheelchairs. Probably space for the wheelchairs in question, some tip-up seats, ticket machine, more airline style sorting, some tables. Now we are in the middle unit. Doors, more airline style seating, wannabe table seats, wannabe again, more seats, doors, airline seats, more doors, and airline seats again. And now we are at the rear. When we go from the outside, it looks as such. We also have ticket stamping machines on entry. And now let's go back to the cab. 1 minute and 34 seconds until departure. Since we will be now in live train operation on the Mainline, we will switch the lighting sequence from the shunting TB1A to the daylight running of PC1 on the dim regime. 3 main lines in the front, which are white, and 2 rear lights that are red. This train is also capable of multiple unit operation, and some services use double units for this exact purpose. We now have a clear by 40 signal, green at the top, and the second light from the bottom shows orange or yellow,
112.24, ready to depart.
which implies that we are clear to go ahead by the signal at 40 km per hour until we either clear the switches or reach the next signal, whichever comes first. I now closed the doors using the button in the cab, and now we can move forward. Clearing the Chuvak, we will go in a zigzag like this, all the way to the right track of the 3. this track was protected by the derailment device and the indication that it is engaged with the minus sign being horizontal, not vertical. Had it been vertical, we would have been able to go through that. Although this is a low speed and most importantly unelectrified track, so we will not be able to go there anyway. 120 section, crossing ahead. Using the horn, using the either H or the J key. The more keen of you may have noticed that the sequence of the tone is actually in reverse, which is correct. It is actually in reverse to what it should be. Which we may consider a bug. As happen trips, 200 meters before the signal on the main line, which is correct because the magnets are located towards the right rail, 200 meters before the signal in that particular direction of travel. When we take a look from the outside, we should have the detection on each end to the right. EPO8 pulling 5 wagons, 2 first class, 3 second class. This next station, Curiosity, is about 2.5 kilometers. We will continue in SHP operation up until the entry towards Kolski, from where the EPCS operation will begin. SHP once again. Crossing distance signal appears to show double white, which is okay. Crossing secured and fully closed. Stop ahead. Marker. Smoothly slowing down so that we don't overshoot, nor overspeed, nor overbrake or underbrake. SHP trip is correct. We're now stopped, so we will open the doors.
Hubbard 1224, ready to depart.
Closing the doors now. All doors are green, so we can go. Visiting Chuvak. Next stop is Moszczenica, distance 3.4, scheduled arrival 16:17. Crossing distance signal, double wide, A-OK. Closing to 120. SHP troops once again, SBLC. Train up ahead. Your 7, 4 wagons. Approaching a station. Opening the doors once again. Thirty seconds till departure.
Hundred 1224, ready to depart.
Closing the doors using the O key. Returning throttle and then making sure I can move again. Next station is Bobby. Scheduled arrival 16:21. station, opening doors, and enjoying the view once again. Just gotta get the signal.
Ready to depart.
Closing doors. All doors secured. Station is Volborka, scheduled arrival 16:26, 30 seconds. Zero to 120 appears to be in roughly a kilometer of distance. Pretty solid. When on SHP, the travel between stops appears to be rather uneventful, which also allows you to look at the overall scenery right here, and also some of the new elements. Mostly grass plains, by the looks of it, some fields. Here we have a wind power plant, some trees, and so on and so forth. Now we got the Impuls 2 going in the opposite direction. This looks to be a W unit. Yes, as I've mentioned, multiple unit operation is possible with this EMU. Primarily thanks to the couplers at the front, which appear to be of a Delner type, if I'm correct. If it's the other type, the Schamber, or however it's called, please let me know in the comments below. Kilometers. Crossing distance signal is clear. Stop marker, which means a train stop within the braking distance. So we will start braking. doors to the left.
Hundred 1224, ready to depart.
Okay, closing doors. All doors appear secured. Our next station is Lodz North, scheduled arrival 16:30:37. Stop marker ahead. Cross-check signal clear. Stopping the station, opening doors to the right.
Hundred 1224, ready to depart.
Closing doors as such. Now I'm moving. Once again, next station is Renegade, scheduled arrival 16:34. distance 4.08 kilometers. Opening doors to the right.
Hamlet 1224, ready to depart.
Okay, everything's secure, we can now move. station Chrustinowe. This is the last station before we approach the Kolushki junctions and approach the ETCS level 2 zone.
Hundred 1224, ready to depart.
All doors closed, we can now move. DMI is detecting. Expect 40 up ahead. Slowly blinking motion. This is level 2 transition. This is a level 2 confirmed. SHP tricked. 40, expect 40. ETC is level 2 activated. We could try to speed up, but it's not in our interest. At least not yet. Speed limit of 60 engaged. bit of ETCS showcase. And I'll probably stop it at Galkuvek. DMI shows topology data, as in how much you ascend or descend, as well as the upcoming speed limits. Switch to channel 7 as such, and ZEF3.
Galkuvek dispatcher, this is 112.34, radio check after switching to channel 7.
Galkuvek receiving, yes, I can hear you, good connection.
Roger.
Right here is the Shakovice stop. Says we are on an ETCS. The SHB magnets do not trim the SHB anymore.
Hundred 1224, ready to depart.
Closing the doors. All doors secured. Maximum speed is 150, so let's give it all we can. that will be it for the Newark Impuls 2 showcase, including the setup, SHP and ETCS operation. I thank you for your attention. If you want more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.